Pushpa 2, The Rule, a cinematic journey through power, pride, and the unrelenting rule of Pushpa Raj. Introduction. Indian cinema has long been known for its ability to capture the raw emotions and untold stories of the human spirit. Among the many movies that have come to define Indian cinema, Pushpa, The Rise, 2021, directed by Sukumar and starring Allu Arjun, became a monumental hit that swept across regional boundaries. The character of Pushpa Raj, portrayed by Allu Arjun, was a gritty, defiant figure who embodied the struggle for power in a world dominated by corruption, oppression, and greed. Fast forward to 2024, the stage is set for the much-anticipated sequel, Pushpa 2, The Rule. This film continues the saga of Pushpa Raj, diving deeper into his journey of rise, rebellion, and revenge. This analysis explores the themes, narrative, character arcs, and cultural impact of Pushpa 2, The Rule, shedding light on why it has become one of the most awaited films in Indian cinema. 1. The Legacy of Pushpa Raj. The first film, Pushpa, The Rise, introduced Pushpa Raj as a man of humble origins, hailing from the forests of Andhra Pradesh. As the story progressed, we saw Pushpa rise through the ranks of the Red Sandalwood smuggling syndicate, ultimately challenging the very system that sought to oppress him. His defiance against authority and the boldness with which he confronted power made him a figure that resonated with audiences across India. At the core of Pushpa Raj's character lies a deep-seated thirst for respect. His journey is not just about financial gain or power, but a desire to be seen, acknowledged, and feared. His relationship with his family, especially his love interest Srivali, Rashmika Mandana, added emotional depth to the narrative. However, the film's conclusion set the stage for a larger conflict in Pushpa 2, The Rule, with Pushpa emerging as a leader, having established himself in the world of organized crime. 2. Plot overview and themes of Pushpa 2, The Rule. The plot of Pushpa 2, The Rule picks up where the first film left off, with Pushpa Raj fully entrenched in his newfound position of power. But the rules of the game are changing. Pushpa's rise to the top has created new enemies, and his attempt to solidify his control over the red sandalwood trade places him in direct conflict with political powers, law enforcement, and rival smugglers. The title of the sequel, The Rule, emphasizes that Pushpa Raj is no longer playing by the same set of rules. Having navigated through the complex world of power dynamics in The Rise, Pushpa now faces the challenge of enforcing his own rule. The story is likely to focus on the ideological battle between Pushpa's ambition and those who seek to undermine his authority. At its core, the film promises a deep dive into the theme of power and the lengths to which one is willing to go to protect it. Power and rule. The exploration of power, its corrupting influence, and the price one pays for it will be a central theme. Pushpa's desire to rule over his domain is set against a backdrop of manipulation, betrayal, and violence. Revenge and betrayal. Given the events in The Rise, Pushpa 2 will likely delve into the theme of vengeance. Pushpa will have to confront old enemies, including the likes of Banwar Singh Shekhawat, Fahad Fasil, who remains a formidable force, and new antagonists who challenge his authority. Family and loyalty. Pushpa's bond with his family, especially with his wife Srivali, will continue to play a crucial role. However, the choices that Pushpa makes to assert his dominance might put his personal relationships to the test. Honor and integrity. A possible theme in the sequel could be the struggle between maintaining one's integrity in the face of overwhelming odds and the temptation to compromise for power. 3. Character arcs and performances. Allu Arjun as Pushpa Raj. Allu Arjun's portrayal of Pushpa Raj in The Rise became iconic, earning him a cult following and widespread acclaim. His distinct performance, marked by his unique body language, dialogues, and expressions, resonated deeply with audiences. The rugged look, the intense attitude, and his distinctive dialogue delivery, especially his catchphrase, Agid Le, became symbols of his character. In Pushpa 2, the rule, Arjun will have to raise the stakes. Pushpa Raj's emotional depth will be tested as his journey of power progresses. The psychological toll of betrayal, loss, and power struggles will likely be explored, giving Allu Arjun an even more challenging role. Fahad Fasil as Banwar Singh Shekhawat. One of the standout performances in the first film was that of Fahad Fasil, whose portrayal of the antagonist Banwar Singh Shekhawat was subtle yet menacing. His calm, calculated demeanor in contrast to Pushpa's raw aggression created a perfect clash of personalities. In the sequel, the power struggle between Pushpa and Shekhawat will likely intensify. Fahad Fasil's performance promises to be even more layered as the stakes get higher. Rashmika Mandana as Srivali. Srivali's role in The Rise was that of a supportive, strong woman grounded in the reality of Pushpa's world. In the sequel, her role might expand as Pushpa's life gets more complicated. Her relationship with Pushpa will likely evolve as she grapples with his increasingly violent and controlling nature. Rashmika Mandana's portrayal of Srivali will be critical in showcasing the emotional and human side of Pushpa Raj's world. 4. Visual style and cinematic techniques. Sukumar's direction has always been known for its impeccable visual style, and Pushpa 2. The Rule is expected to elevate this even further. The lush forests of Andhra Pradesh, where the red sandalwood trade is centered, were a key aspect of the first film's cinematography. The sequel may explore new landscapes, more urban environments, and more intense action sequences. Action sequences. Given the film's premise, action sequences will play a pivotal role. The brutal violence that Pushpa Raj wields in his rise to power is sure to escalate. High-octane chase scenes, gunfights, and large-scale battles between rival factions will likely form the backbone of the narrative. Music and background score. Devi Sri Prasad's music for Pushpa. The Rise became an instant hit, especially with songs like Srivali and Oo Antava. The music in the sequel will be expected to deliver on similar levels, with catchy numbers that enhance the emotional weight of the story. Dialogue and language. The dialogues in Pushpa became part of pop culture, and in Pushpa 2, The Rule, the sharp, street-smart dialogue delivery of Pushpa Raj will likely continue to stand out. The tone of the language may shift as Pushpa moves into a more authoritative position, with his words carrying the weight of his power. 5. Cultural impact and reception. Pushpa became a cultural phenomenon in India, and its sequel is expected to make an even greater impact. The character of Pushpa Raj has become an emblem of defiance and strength, and the film's dialogue, music, and storylines have permeated popular culture. The release of Pushpa 2 is expected to generate massive excitement among fans, with anticipation reaching a fever pitch in the weeks leading up to the film's release. Given the scale of the production, the sequel is likely to surpass the success of its predecessor, both in terms of box office performance and cultural relevance. 6. The future of Pushpa Raj. Looking ahead, Pushpa 2. The Rule might mark the beginning of a larger cinematic universe. With its expansive storyline, larger-than-life characters, and gripping drama, Pushpa's world could be extended into future films, perhaps exploring new characters and plots that tie into Pushpa's empire. The world of red sandalwood smuggling, crime, and power struggles could set the stage for a much larger narrative. Conclusion? Pushpa 2. The Rule is not just a film, it is a cultural event. With its compelling story, powerful performances, and stunning visual appeal, the movie is poised to cement Pushpa Raj as one of the most iconic characters in Indian cinema. As Pushpa's saga continues, audiences can expect a thrilling ride of emotions, action, and power play that will keep them on the edge of their seats. Pushpa Raj's journey is a testament to the human spirit's resilience and determination, And in Pushpa 2, The Rule, the stakes are higher than ever. It's a story about a man who defied the odds and came to power, and now he must confront the very consequences of that power.